Washington's Variety Station, 97.1 Wash FM.
Good morning, America. New warnings this morning as those major winter storms hit. More than 110 million from California to Chicago, New York, and Maine on alert. Flights already canceled, and schools shut down from the west to the northeast. The new alert for your morning commute. Our team is spread out across the storm zone with the timing and the track.
Breaking right now, 3 parachutists rushed to the hospital this morning, injured at an Air Force base, trying one of those high-altitude halo jumps made famous in the Mission Impossible movies.
Breaking overnight, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle strike a possible deal to avoid a government shutdown, but without full funding for the wall. Will the president sign off?
This as the president heads to the border.
We're building the wall anyway.
Facing off with possible 2020 rival Beto O'Rourke in dueling rallies overnight.
Out of bounds. New outrage this morning after this NFL player caught on camera shoving and kicking a woman is given a new chance at a professional football career.
And the race to be named top dog as thousands of the world's most pampered pooches converge on Westminster. From Bono to Burns and Baby Lars, who will win the Super Bowl of show dogs?
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
And good morning, America. Robin on assignment. Great to have Amy here. Okay, I am rooting for Burns the Dachshund.
Oh, really? You don't like Bono?
Bono's pretty cool, too.
A little bit of everything out there, right? But those dogs, they've been hard at work. And you can take a look at Gabby the Papillon, Papillon, racing her heart out. And that's in real time. That's not sped up. She did the course in 39.31
What do you mean that's not sped up?
That is real time, George. And the crazy thing is, that wasn't even the fastest time. Other dogs went through faster.
Changing my vote.
Oh.
But they weren't as impressive. That looked impressive. That looked sped up.
Looks like she drank my coffee this morning. But we are going to begin this morning with what everyone's talking about, that winter blast coast to coast, slamming the country right now. Record snowfall in Seattle. The Emerald City now facing its 4th snowstorm in just 1 week. Take a look as crews there racing to clean up the airport after hundreds of flights were canceled Monday, and now thousands are waking up without power in that area this morning.
And a separate winter storm is stretching from the Midwest to the East Coast with 110 million Americans in its path. And take a look at the roads in Philadelphia. It's a messy commute there this morning, and we have team coverage, and Ginger's going to start us off right here in Times Square with the latest. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, good morning to you, Michael. This is such a giant deal for a place like Seattle, which has now had 20.2 inches of snow this month. That's the snowiest month, not just the snowiest February, the snowiest month in 50 years. So yes, we're watching the flow of moisture still over much of Washington state, but ice storm warnings and winter storm warnings here in the Northeast. For many of us, it will start as snow, it'll go to ice and transition to rain. Hundreds of schools are closed from Philadelphia up through Massachusetts. I will time it all out for you in a bit, but for now, let's get back to Amy.
Yeah, very messy commute. All right, thanks so much, Ginger. Let's go out west now to where they're getting pummeled with feet of snow. ABC's Will Carr is there in Mount Hood, Oregon with all the latest. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Amy. That snow has been relentless. It's been pounding this area. We have at least 2 feet out here this morning. You can see that light, fluffy snow. And when we were driving by overnight, we didn't even realize that these 2 cars were here. You can see just how much snow is on top. Residents haven't had time to dig out as they're bracing for more storms. Overnight, dangerous winter weather slamming the Pacific Northwest. This is the 4th snowstorm to hit Seattle in the past week alone. More than 20 inches of snow have blanketed the area just this month. Snow and ice creating a winter nightmare for commuters in Washington. Watch as this red car slides right off the road. Snow shutting down interstates and highways, causing numerous crashes, 2 tractor trailers colliding. One state trooper says these are the worst conditions he's seen in almost a decade. The whiteout conditions strangling SeaTac Airport, the 9th busiest in the U.S. Hundreds of flights canceled or delayed. A steady stream of plows scraping ice off the runways. Thousands of passengers stranded. This is the most snow SeaTac has ever seen in the month of February. The region getting so much snow so quickly, the roof on this house collapsing, seriously injuring an elderly man. This morning, fears heavy snow and rain could trigger landslides. And we're expecting more snow and rain up and down the West Coast in the coming days. George.
Okay, well, thanks. As Will said, we're seeing major travel delays at airports all across the country. Thousands of flights already canceled or delayed. ABC's Alex Perez is in Chicago with the details. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, good morning, George. A number of airports in the crosshairs of this storm here at O'Hare. Take a look at the boards here. We are already seeing cancellations, and this is what they're seeing at many airports across the country. We are seeing already more than 1,600 flights across the country that have been canceled. Crews are scrambling to de-ice planes and keep runways clear. Now, here's the bad news. This storm is on the move, but creating problems as it moves, so expect those cancellations and delays to linger. Airlines already offering waivers for those who want to cancel or change their flights. Amy?
All right, a difficult day all around, Alex. And back here in the east, a commuter nightmare is shaping up for the morning rush. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is on the road in Philadelphia. Eva, how are the conditions out there right now?
Good morning, Amy. We're here along the Schuylkill in Philadelphia. This is a main artery in and out of the city of Philadelphia. And this is the worst time to have this kind of weather. This morning commute, it's a mix. So it's ice, it's snow, it's rain, all coming down. And the fear is that it will freeze as these cars run. There's actually a speed limit that's been lowered here in this area. It's gone to 45 on the interstates, 35 on the bridges. They've actually banned empty trailers that are pulled behind cars on these interstates, as well as RVs and motorcycles, anything they can do to sort of slow it down a bit and keep cars from sliding across the roads in case these roads freeze. Michael.
All right, you be safe out there. Thank you so much, Eva. And we're going to go back to Ginger with more on the timing and track of the storm. What you got, Ginger?
Michael, it's critical for everyone to realize that the culprit in this storm is a warm front. Keep in mind that word warm, because it's going to warm up. So even if you get snow or ice, it will turn to rain for a lot of people. You're looking at Philadelphia where she was, and you can see Eva's got that kind of rain. Places outside of the city likely seeing some freezing rain. But by 5 p.m., you have snow in New York City change to ice throughout the day. And then by 5, you could even see a change over to rain. Boston at 5 o'clock is in the snow, but then becomes rain after midnight. So just keep that in mind. Even if you get that icy stuff, rain's going to come in behind it. George.
Okay, Ginger, thanks. We move on now to that breaking news from Washington, where Republicans and Democrats have reached a tentative agreement on border security to avoid another government shutdown on Friday. The big question now, will the president sign it? ABC's Mary Bruce is on Capitol Hill with the latest. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, George. Well, bipartisan negotiators here tell us this morning they're optimistic that they do have a deal that could prevent another shutdown. But whether it will depends largely on the president. Reacting overnight, Trump said that they're setting the stage, but insisted that, quote, the wall is being built. But, George, this new deal does not give the president the funding that he's been demanding. Instead, it would provide just $1.37 billion for fencing and other physical barriers. That would allow for 55 miles of new structure. But that's a fraction of the 200 miles that the president has been insisting on. Now, in exchange, Democrats decided to drop their insistence that there's a limit on detention beds, agreeing to funding for 40,000 beds, which is a 17% decrease from the current levels.
And Mary, we don't know yet if the president is going to sign it. He was speaking while the deal was being made. Already, though, some opposition from conservatives, so there could be some more pressure for the president to declare that national emergency.
Yet we've already been hearing from some members on the far right who say this deal is a failure. They are urging the president to go ahead and declare that national emergency, which, George, the president still is not ruling out. As for timing here, we expect to see the language of this new deal sometime likely by tomorrow, which sets up a possible vote to prevent a shutdown before Friday.
Just in time. Mary Bruce, thanks very much, Amy.
All right, George, all this as President Trump and former Democratic Congressman Beto O'Rourke face off at the border, holding dueling rallies last night in El Paso, Texas. Senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega is there at the wall with more. Good morning, Cecilia.
Hey, Amy, good morning to you. President Trump said Beto O'Rourke is a young man who's got little going for himself. O'Rourke said the president is using racist and inflammatory language on immigration. But one thing is clear this morning, this wall and El Paso are ground zero for this country's debate about the border. Overnight in El Paso, two competing versions of reality. President Trump making the case for his border wall.
Walls save lives. Walls save tremendous numbers of lives.
And just half a mile away, his possible 2020 rival, former Congressman and El Paso native Beto O'Rourke, saying the exact opposite.
We know that walls do not save lives. Walls end lives.
President Trump came to this border city hoping to make an example out of it.
Do you know where it made a big difference? Right here in El Paso.
The president repeating the false claim that crime dropped in El Paso after the border wall went up.
I spoke to people that have been here a long time. They said when that wall went up, it's a whole different ball game. Is that a correct statement? Whole different ball game. Went way, way down.
But the reality is, crime in El Paso dropped long before the wall. The claim enraging many, from O'Rourke.
El Paso has been the safest city in the United States of America, not in spite of the fact that we're a city of immigrants, but because we are a city of immigrants.
To El Paso's Republican mayor. What is the message from El Paso to President Trump?
We need to control our borders, but there are other ways to do it besides just focusing on that single physical barrier.
President Trump taking notice.
I don't care whether a mayor is a Republican or a Democrat. They're full of crap when they say it hasn't made a big difference. People from El Paso, am I right?
But it wasn't all about the wall. The president praised another security tool.
By the way, there is nothing better than a good old-fashioned German Shepherd. It's hard to believe.
The riff then taking a bizarre turn.
You do love your dogs, don't you? I wouldn't mind having one, honestly, but I don't have any time. I don't have time. How would I look walking a dog on the White House lawn? Would that be... right? Sort of not for, I don't know, it doesn't, I don't feel good. Feels a little phony to me. Obama had a dog, you're right.
Yeah, the supporters there thought that was a pretty funny one. At that rally overnight, you could probably see him in the shot. The president was surrounded by these huge signs that said, "Finish the wall," right on both sides of him. That's a twist on his famous chant, "Build the wall." But here's the reality. This month, right here in Texas, there will begin some new construction on a new concrete wall, a 6 to 14 mile stretch. But Amy, most of the wall is just like what you see here. Already existing fencing and structures. There hasn't been any new construction on a new wall, guys, since the president took office, despite his claims.
All right, Cecilia Vega, thank you very much at the wall for us.
Okay, we're going to go back to Washington. Democrats in damage control mode there as leaders move to condemn an anti-Semitic statements from one of their newest members, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar of Minnesota. Omar apologized overnight, and our senior national correspondent Terry Moran is in Washington with the latest on that. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, George. Well, this controversy began over the weekend when Representative Omar, who's one of the first 2 Muslim women ever elected to Congress, was asked on Twitter why Israel has so much support in Congress. And she tweeted, "It's all about the Benjamins, baby." Well, that, of course, is a reference to $100 bills. And what she's essentially saying there is that American politicians don't support Israel because of shared values or mutual interests, but because American Jews are somehow buying them. And that, for many Jews and many others, crossed the line into the ancient and dangerous slander that Jews somehow control the world. So, a firestorm of criticism came down on Omar, and Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi stepped in, sending a stern public letter to Omar, saying Congresswoman Omar's use of anti-Semitic tropes and prejudicial accusations about Israel's supporters is deeply offensive. We condemn these remarks, and we call upon Congresswoman Omar to immediately apologize for those hurtful comments. So last night, Representative Omar apologized, quote, unequivocally, but she also reaffirmed what she called, quote, the problematic role of lobbyists in our politics. And then, of course, President Trump went in overnight telling reporters, quote, I think she should be ashamed of herself, adding, I don't think her apology was adequate. So stay tuned. This controversy is not going away.
Terry, some Republicans now saying that she should be punished more severely, but Democrats seem to be drawing a line on that.
They do. They are not going to go so far as to strip her of the plum job she got on the Foreign Affairs Committee.
Terry Moran, thanks very much, Michael.
All right, thank you, George. And now to that breaking news. 3 parachutists were injured in a training exercise in Florida. All were rushed to the hospital. And Gio Benitez is here with the latest. Good morning, Gio.
Hey, Michael, good morning. Yeah, that free fall jump going terribly wrong. Now, the parachutists fell 14,000 feet in the air before opening those chutes during a training exercise at a South Florida Air Force base. Emergency crews rushed there just after 4 a.m. You can see that scene there, taking the parachutists to trauma centers in the area. Now, this kind of jump, a halo jump. It's called a high altitude, low open skydive. That's when you open your parachute at a low altitude after a free fall. It's incredibly dangerous. Back in 2015, investigators looked into this military parachute training exercise. You can see right there a scene from Mission Impossible because it's been used successfully in movies. And they stopped these free fall jumps for 3 months after an alarming rise in training deaths. So we are now just thinking about those parachutists right now.
Yeah, my dad was a parachuter.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, 82nd Airborne Division, so very dangerous job.
Yeah,
thank you, Gio.
All right, thanks, Gio. Now to Denver, where their first teacher strike in 25 years is happening. It's now entering day 2. More than 2,000 of the city's 5,000 teachers called in sick on Monday as they fight for better pay. Most schools, however, remained in session, which led to a wild scene at one high school. Students blasting music and jumping up and down there. Officials say several students walked out in solidarity with their teachers. Negotiations are set to resume today.
And we're going to switch gears now to the growing anger over shrinking tax refunds. It's the first tax season since President Trump's new plan went into effect, and people are flocking to social media to complain they're not getting back as much money as last year. Rebecca Jarvis is here with more. Rebecca, what is behind this?
Good morning, Michael, guys. Good to see you. Yeah, most look forward to that refund check. Some even rely on it. But so far this year, many of those who've received tax refunds in the past aren't getting them, and some are even having to pay extra.
According to the IRS, the average refund is down more than 8%, about $170 from last year. The government shutdown also delaying some filings, with the total number of returns down 12.4% from last year in the first official week of tax season. Eva Superset, who works at a nonprofit, says she owes on this year's tax returns.
In past years, I get about $1,000 to $1,500 back so that I can pay my property taxes. And this year, I just don't have a refund to pay.
On social media, thousands are using hashtags tax scam and never owed before. One woman writing on Twitter, I always got a small refund. I owe $300 this year. So yeah, tax scam. The Treasury Department firing back, calling the reports misleading, writing, refunds are consistent with 2017 levels and down slightly from 2018 based on a small initial sample from only a few days of data.
Okay, so what explains the smaller refunds this year? According to the Tax Policy Center, most Americans, about 80%, did get a tax cut in 2018, but those savings showed up in paychecks because the IRS changed its withholdings this year, Michael.
Okay, so reality check. 80% of Americans received a tax cut. Why are the refunds smaller?
So basically in those paychecks, people got a little bit more. Think about it like this. If you got $40 extra in your paycheck each week, that would be about $1,000 more over the course of a year. Instead of seeing it in the refund check, you got it in the paycheck, but you might not have noticed it along the way. Wow.
Thought you were getting it there and at the end of the year.
People like that little refund, yeah.
Okay, Rebecca, thanks very much. Let's go back to Ginger.
Yes, and we've got to check in because these storms have dangerous flood potential, too, as they saw in northern Arkansas, where schools are closed this morning. That's actually the operations manager at Blythefield School getting a student home safely. So roads still closed there this morning, and flood watches up through parts of the Ohio River Valley. Your local weather in 30 seconds. First, the Tuesday Trivia, sponsored by Audible.
Una mesa para dos personas.
So again, using para, you're talking about something that is for someone.
Quisiera una mesa para la cena.
Ready, Hood? Could listening to Audible inspire you to start something new? Download Audible and listen for a change.
Allow extra time commuting again this morning. Once again, we've got some freezing rain up until 10 a.m. The potential. So for Montgomery, Loudoun, Fauquier County, really extra caution on area roads this morning. We'll see your temperatures climb into the lower to mid 40s this afternoon. But this rain, folks, is not going to end until just past midnight and could get a heavy dose of it. Best day out of the work week, Thursday, the high temperature of 54 degrees. On Friday right now, a 30% chance of a passing shower. Wintry mix this weekend.
Coming up, new trouble for the NFL. Why is this player seen right here getting another chance on the field?
And the teen who is fighting his family to get vaccinated when we come back.
I'm a close talker, so I was excited about